Good morning, JC members. My name is April Clark, and welcome to the online class, Restoring Mobility with Yoga. So we're just opening up shoulders, hips, hamstrings in a way that is very gentle and will get you going on your yoga practice. So we need a strap if you have, a towel if you don't have a strap, and a towel, and 2 blocks. So today we'll start sitting up, and I like to let people know that if you're very tight in your hips, in your back, and when you're sitting cross-legged and you kind of tuck like this, and it's a lot of hip flexor action and the knees are going up and you can't sit on your sit bone, what should you do? You should sit on a block. By sitting on a block, because we're so used to sitting in chairs, it will allow you the space that you need to maybe walk the sit bones out, level the pelvis, allow the hip flexors to not work so much, and create a straighter spine. So if that works for you, go ahead and get yourself situated. Let's begin our practice with some deep breathing and walking the sit bones out. I like to start with that because it's our root. So in between each sit bone is our root chakra. So the energy that we can start to bring our mind-body awareness into that low belly as we have to engage low belly and lift sit bone, press down. It's creating this line in the body. And another tip is not only to lift the sit bone up, but to drive it back and gently root back in. Lift, root, and back. 3 more. Continue to try your best to lift the rib cage up out of the hips and relax the shoulders down. Okay, root and breathe. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. So let's work to the side. So my right, maybe your left, if you're mirroring me, up and over. Repeat. So as we drop this same arm down, focus the shoulder dropping down the back and lift. Exhale up and over. Inhale, lift. Drop the shoulder down. Exhale, reach. Now we've rooted our sit bones. So as I'm lifting the arm up and over the body, the opposite sit is rooting down of where I'm reaching. 3 more. Opening up the quadratus lumborum. 2. Use the abdominals as you rise. 1. Find your center, maybe take a moment and start on the other side. That's it. Only reach as far as you can keep this hip down. We don't want to move the whole hip with the arm. We want to think about rooting action through the sit. Feel the belly assisting that, then feel the wonderful stretch moving into the side. Connect the breath. 3 more. 2. Lifting that shoulder up and out of the hip. And 1. So to wake up the spine, the erector spinae a little bit more, arms up, inhale, deep breath. I'm going to twist to my left. It might look like your right. As we're twisting, drop the hands down. Now that front hand, palm up, and it rests onto the outside of that thigh. As you inhale, press down through that top palm. As the shoulder moves down, you may feel a little bit of a stretch moving in through that right neck. side or the left neck, depending on what side you're twisting. Now you have a lymphatic area around here, and we are cleansing it through this stretch by moving the blood flow out through the twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Dropping that shoulder down, pulling the navel in. Now keep your spinal twist and look to the opposite shoulder. Slowly change. It's a great neck release. So as the eyes gaze over the shoulder, inhale. And tuck the chin down for a little bit of the back of the neck release. And as you release, inhale up. Good, find your center, reach, 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 reach. And draw the shoulders down the back. And scoop the navel in, twist, twist to the other side. Exhale, palms down, and notice that that front palm is facing up towards the sky. As you inhale a deep breath, press down through the front of the palm, and as you lift the sternum, the heart rises up. And exhale, look over the shoulder. Keep breathing into that front of the neck. One more breath. Now keep your spinal twist and look over the other shoulder. And as you sit up tall, inhale, deep breath. And as we release, inhale, arms up. And exhale in front of you. Now we're continuing to stretch the ankles, knees, and hips by walking the palms forward and a little rock side to side. Wake up the low back. 3. Keep your breath fluid. 2. And 1. Walking up and over to one knee. And dropping that outside shoulder so the inside shoulder rolls up. And as we drop that front shoulder down, walk it up and over to the other knee. Reach and extend to the fingertips as much as you can. Deep breath in, relax the neck. Roll that front shoulder up and then feel that side rib lengthening to the sky. As you slowly release and lower it down, walk it back to the center and think Mula Bandha core. So tuck your chin, scoop your belly in, and hug your navel as you roll up to sit. Roll the shoulders back. Let's repeat. You always want to take a moment before you change your position just to let the blood move. So changing the bottom heel on top. For balance, we're going to walk it forward one more time. Reach and lengthen. Now that heart moves forward. The shoulders move back and exhale. Now walk it over to one knee and rotate that front shoulder up towards the ceiling. As we drop the shoulder, walk it up and over to the other side. And rotate that front shoulder up towards the ceiling. And as you release, walk it back to the center. And roll it up to sit. Inhale, deep breath. Roll the shoulders back and let's move to tabletop. Inhale as you're moving. Palms are underneath the shoulders. And your knees are underneath the hips. Separate your fingertips wide. The front edge, crease of the wrist is lined up. You're not turned out. And we're going to sink down and press, loosening up the neck, activating the core gently. Sink, scrunch your shoulder blades together and press and widen through the collarbones. Think that you have a long neck, so gaze forward. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Reach it up and hold. Inhale, deep breath, cat-cow. Lengthen that first cat head drop down and maybe just pause for a moment. As you breathe into the neck, just allow the weight to drop down. Then press through the palms and round it up. Pushing all the breath out of the body. Inhale, heart moves forward. Be careful not to overarch the back.
Exhale, release the neck and press and round. Inhale, go at your own pace.
If you feel little bumps in there,
If you feel a little stagnant, you want to go slower. Three more. Look for the width across the shoulders as you look forward.
And 2.
And 1, and hold.
Inhale, deep breath. Good. Now let's lift up the right leg and circle the ankle. Go ahead and reverse that. And try the toes. Crunch the toes, spread the toes. 3 more, 2 and 1. Walk the knees together. Go ahead and extend the right leg to straight, but notice if the right hip goes too high, make sure the right hip is level with the left. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward.
And exhale, press and round. Inhale, lengthen.
Now your body sometimes wants to move back when you do this, so try to avoid that. So when you're exhale, rounding, you're bringing that knee to the forehead and not bringing the forehead to the knee. Try your best.
3 more. Two. And 1. Extend and hold.
Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath.
Now drop and tuck that right foot. Give it a press. You have a tucked pelvis, so your tail is tucked and you feel a stretch going down the right Achilles.
You're pressing through your palms so much so that the weight of the left knee drops up.
Taking your time to lengthen out the Achilles and calf will make your down dog when we get there so much better.
Drop the elbow down and lift the right leg up as high as you can go.
Now tuck your chin and bend your knee and press that right knee back. 3 deep breaths. As the heart is rotating up, the shoulders are moving back away from the edge of the ears. Now as we extend our right leg to straight, inhale up.
And we're going to lift and then repeat. Exhale, down and bend. Extend and rise and lift. And down and kick and bend. As you're moving through this, take your time because it's challenging your balance. We're warming up that chest shoulder. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And hold. As you're holding, scoop the low belly in and sweep the left out and repeat. 8. 7. Breathe. 6. 5. 4 more. Draw the shoulder down the back. 3. 2. And 1. Reach that left hand back. Inhale a deep breath. Bend the right knee. Now if you can't grab it, then just reach towards it. Inhale a deep breath. Looking forward and kick and rise up. Inhale a deep breath. 3 breaths. 2. And 1. Reach and extend. Arm, leg, and palm to mat. Go ahead and hide that right knee behind the left knee. Now the other option is a child's pose. Walking the knees forward and having a sit towards the heels. Inhale a deep breath and reach those fingertips forward. And as you release, inhale up and uncross.
Wide knee child pose. Separate the knees and walk those arms forward. Inhale a deep breath, and as you're extending as far as you can, see if the forearms will lift off the mat to create activity in the chest. And as we release, tuck the tail and move the palms to the mat. And as we move back to tabletop, starting from the top, serratus press as we sink through the ribs. Exhale and inhale, press to rise. Let's move into some cat-cow. Inhale and exhale, round. Three more. Try not to overarch your back as your heart moves forward. And hold your tabletop. Walk your knees together, lift your left knee up, and circle the ankle. Keep breathing, keep pulling the belly in. Reverse that circle. And scrunch the toes and separate the toes. And extend the left leg to straight. Inhale. Make sure that your left hip isn't higher than the right. Lengthen the crown, draw the shoulders down. As you exhale, hug the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen. So the crown of the head is moving downwards, tucking the chin. But focus the knee into the crown. One more. And as you extend the left leg, right elbow down. Lift the left heel up as high as you can go. Now think about your neck, no tension in the neck as we drop the head down to look underneath the left underarm, or whatever underarm that's up. Bend the knee and push back through the knee as you rotate the heart up towards the ceiling. You should feel the whole front body trying to open. And as you're ready, we move into a little vinyasa flow. So we press from the left palm or the palm that's in front of you and rise up to straight leg. Balance, balance. Your hand can be on the block right here and it can help. And you reach and down and extend. So we're building shoulder strength, we're building mobility and balance through the pelvis. 3 more. Two. It's a little bit more work in the hip than I've done in the last few weeks. Last one, but trying to progress. And reach and hold. Sweep that right arm back. And maybe you can grab the heel. If not, just reach towards it. Inhale a deep breath. Kick through the top palm. And as you roll the outside shoulder up towards the ceiling, keep your eyesight moving forward. And as you release, extend through the leg and hold. Now the right arm is going to sweep, or the outside arm will sweep in and out. One more. And as the palm makes its way back to the mat and you hide that high knee behind, now your other option is a child pose. Walk your knees forward, inhale, deep breath. And move your hips towards your heels. Inhale deeply, reach and lengthen. And as you release, inhale, press palms, inhale, lift hips. Toe stretch. Walk your knees in and tuck those toes under and have a sit to the hips. Now, if that is painful for your toes, you're going to take a block in between those knees and have a sit on the block. So just get the weight on your block and then you can ease your way into your toes. Holding that stretch. Extend through the palms, lift the chest, shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. To practice working into shoulder stand, grab your blocks, not shoulder stand, but toe stand. Take your blocks to the medium height, heel of the palm on the block, and lift and lower down. Now I want you to find your core here. Use your mind abdominals and lift the weight of the knees up through your abdominals, right? And then release down. Keep your arms strong like you're doing a plank. So we see how we go into a rounded thoracic, so it's giving us a little fascia release in the back. But it's also working the core. 4, it's going to help you build balance, help you work towards your toe stand. 3, you just have to dig the pathway of mobility through the body to get there. 2, and 1. So the next time, if you can take more of the toe stretch, lift your right knee up, hold, and down. Lift your left knee up, hold, and down. Both knees up, push it back. Walk your block onto each side of the heel. Lift the chest up. Straighten the arms, drop your knees down, 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 like if your thighs were a table. Now more advanced, you might want to just stay here. More advanced can take hand to knee, hand to knee. More advanced here, 1, 2, we did toe stand, very good. Lower it down, easy. Lift the chest, we'll get off the toes, so flatten out the tops of the feet. Now you can see I'm on a blanket, it's gonna give my ankles a little bit of cushion. I don't really need it, but it's nice if you have tight ankles. Put something underneath there, or have a seat on your block. 3 deep breaths. We're gonna work through the hip opening, so let's put our blocks forward and go ahead and reach hands to mat. Walk the knees back. And take a big step, right foot. So let's work on our thoracic and take our block here. I'm going to use the middle height. See, here is 1, here is 2, here is 3. So I'm going to be on 2 height. Inhaling, palm right hand lifts up, rotate, open. 3 deep breaths, rotated, open. 1 deep breath, pull your right sit bone into your left inner thigh so you can feel the hugging center. Good. And now sweep the right arm forward and find that other block. Hands are on the center. Now if you're more flexible, go to 1 height. Inhale, deep breath, more flexible. Bend the elbows wherever you are, and then inhale up. Bend the elbows. And inhale up. Now focus on your right heel. Keep your weight on your right heel as you lower down. The more you lower down, the closer you'll get elbows to your blocks. If you're there, you can go ahead and hold. Remember, you have a high height that you can work towards. Okay, 3 more breaths here. And 2. So either it's hand or elbow to the block. Inhale, the right elbow up, or the elbow that's closest to the bent knee. And back down. I want you to find your core here. So this is good for your spine. If your knee's bothering you, you need more cushion on the knee. Give it to yourself. And lift. Exhale down. Use your core. Inhale, lift, push to the right foot. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. 1 more. Try not to sink through this left shoulder. Inhale, lift. Keep that ear, shoulder height open. And down. Now see if you can grab behind that right, if you can see, right leg. If not, your elbows are down or your palms are on your block. You have 3 breaths here. 2. And 1. Hand to mat or block to rise. Scoop and tuck your tail. Scoop and tuck. Bring your blocks with you. High height. So the 3rd height level. Again, if your knee needs cushion, go ahead and give it to yourself. We're going to walk your right leg to the left. So now you have heel, knee, hip is a straight line. Point and flex. Separate those toes. Point and flex. Shoulders down the back. Lift the chest. Point and flex. 3. Point and flex. 2. Point and flex. Making this a little bit more dynamic. As you bend the right knee and dig your right heel, walk your way forward into a low lunge. Up you go. Inhale a deep breath. Pull the core in and hold. We have 3 deep breaths. 2. Now we're going to make this fly into warrior 1 prepping. So this is a prep for your warrior 1. It's going to help you bring balance. Bend the left knee and push. 3. Bend the left knee and push. Bend and push. 1 more. Now lift and hold. You're going to pull your left back foot forward a little bit more. Walk your blocks forward a little bit more. Inhale, deep breath. Bend the knee and lift the left leg and then back down. And lift and back down. And lift and back down. 3 more. And lift. 2. And on 1 more after this, blocks go forward and we try to move into our warrior 1. Blocks go forward, walk it. Hold for 4. And 3. 2. Left leg down, or that high leg down. Walk your knees out. Inhale a deep breath. Up with your chest. And exhale, forward fold. Grab onto the backs of those legs. Inhale deeply. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale deeply. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more breaths. 2. And 1. Sweep those arms back. Moving into a chair. Bend the knees. Pull the navel up and in. And press it forward, fold. So press those legs to straight. Work those hamstrings. Come on in. Fold it back. Inhale, right, left leg back. Your first plank. Holding for 3 deep breaths. Two more. Last one. And lower the knees down, hips to heels. And child's pose. Lift the chest up, walk it up and over to one knee. Shift the hip to the opposite heel. Keep breathing. And walk it up and over to the other side. Shift those hips to the opposite heel. Back to the center. Hips, inhale, palms forward. And rise back up to tabletop. And take your left leg forward. Inhale, deep breath. Go ahead, we'll take our hands to the blocks. I have it on the second height. Make sure your hips are square, and I'm just lining up the heel and knee and pulling that knee in close to the shoulder so I can feel my core. Sweep the left arm up and move it back, 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 back. Open up that twist. Your left sit bone, you have to take this left hip and hug it into that back inner thigh to feel the Mula Bandha. Very good. And as we take it down, we're going to try to deepen as we sweep that extended arm down. Maybe we just bend the elbows. Maybe the elbows can move to the block. You're going to find a height that works for you. Inhale deeply. Keep that center. It's easy to lose it here. Pull your knee into the alignment of your big toe, second toe. Keep your outside hip pulled in. And here we go. Think about your core. Lift. Your right elbow, palm, could be down, or elbow, is stable and supporting you. And as you go down, go slow. Inhale, open, push through the left foot. And exhale down. Inhale, open. And exhale down. Feel your core working. You can do it. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Let's do two more. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Last one. Come on. And we're down. We're going to hold our low lunge. So inhale up. And straighten that right leg. So press like your palms are doing a plank. Hold for 3. And 2, and 1. Now weight moves into your left foot. Bend the right knee and lift. Bend the right knee and lift. Keep breathing. Now don't let all of the weight sink into your right quadricep. Push into your left foot. Push into your left foot, creating balance. 3, 2. Now, 1, we lift and we take our back foot and bring it in a little bit. So now we walk our blocks slightly forward, about 2 inches to 3 inches or so, just so we can feel that when we move forward, our hands are underneath our shoulders. Dip the right knee down and lift. And down. And lift. And down. And lift. Come on. Down. And lift. 3. And 2. Okay, so hands, we're going to take our hands forward more. And now this is the big lift and hold. Okay, so this is going to help build our warrior 1. We're bringing courage back, awareness back, stability, balance, breath. Come on. 3. Pull the navel in. Try not to sink so much onto those blocks. 2. And 1. Lower the right leg down. Maybe shake those knees out. Lift up through the chest. And forward fold, bending down. Maybe hug and hide your elbows behind the knees. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale. Let the head weight drop. And last one, we're going to move into chair pose. As you drop the hips down, hugging the inner thighs, inhale, lift up. And all the way up we go. All the way up, 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 up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the mat. And walk your legs back, right, left. Hold your second plank. 3 more breaths. 2. To work our core strength a little bit more, I'm going to take your right foot to the left. So your right foot goes out. Now your challenge is to not twist your right hip down to the floor so much, but to pick your right hip up. Not only is that going to create mula bandha, because the inner thighs are hugging together and you're creating a lifting action. Good. Move your weight forward through your back heel. 3, 2, and 1. Pick it up and pull it back. Good job. Inhale. If you need a little break, take that before you do the other side. Left leg goes through. Notice if you're sinking that hip down. We're going to pick that hip up, up, up. You also will feel that stretch moving into that outer hip. Move your heel forward. 2. Pick the foot up and bring it back and rest, child pose. Inhale. So we're slowly working a little bit more strength every week. Let's rest with our hands back to our toes. Focus on the full right breathing. See if you can take as deep of a breath in as you can. Last one. Good, let's move those arms forward. Inhale, deep breath, and slowly rise up. Okay, so we're gonna take it to our back. So go ahead and get comfortable. You need your strap and possibly your blocks close by. It could be great for a headrest if that's what you need. I'm gonna go ahead and use that as a headrest. So let's go into our hip therapy. So doing this deepens all other poses. Are you ready? So strap, ball of the foot, extend to straight. So we want to look for that awareness in our pelvis. So right now, I can feel that my tail is, because I just did a lot of core right there, right? The tail is tucking up, which means I'm not, even though my leg is extended to straight, I don't feel a stretch, and I'm not getting it into the top of my hamstring. To fix that, I'm going to draw the heel away from the body, and that is creating pressure into the sacrum, into the tailbone itself. I'm going to neutralize my pelvis, which is creating a little bit of an arch in the low back. Inhaling a deep breath. Just for my wrist's sake, I'm going to flip that strap around the top of my wrist. Inhale, deep breath, gently flex the foot until I can feel the Achilles lengthen as far as I can go. Now here, this line is really great. The heel, knee, and hip line is really nice. I can feel the weight on my outer right hip, and my left hip is rooted as well. So to deepen, I'm going to bend the elbows and slowly move forward. Just the slightest bit of pull will emphasize that stretch immensely. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale. Now you don't want to go into a stretch so aggressively that it stops the breathing pattern, because that will change the signal that you're sending to your brain, to the muscle. So as we move into our stretches, slow, aware, we're allowing the brain-body connection to take place. And it does take a moment. So that's why you have to go slow. So we inhale, exhale, pull and push, and pull and push. Now I'm not pulling through my neck, not pulling through my shoulders. I'm not pulling through my wrists. I'm pulling through my elbows and biceps. Nice. Think of this as pressure washing the back of your legs. We're stretching out that fascia which is also going to create a sensation of, it releases pain. So tight fascia is painful. Okay, so here we go. A little circle, tight tendons, tight muscle fibers, this is all painful. Weakness, it's all painful. So here we are creating length, space, and activity in the muscle. So you are getting toning and strengthening as well. 3, so we're lubricating the joint. 2, by just creating a nice little circle. You're gonna feel how a smaller circle is better to start with. And as you get looser, you'll get bigger through the circle size. Okay, so let's reverse. Pull and press away. Now that left foot is not just there only for stability. We want to create activity by pushing into that left foot, which will ground the pelvis. Feels so good. 2 more and 1. Now the right hand takes all straps, left hand rests. Core awareness on the left side as we move the right leg open. Now, for balance sake, a lot of times people just want to let their left knee flop out. No, no, no. Keep this alignment of knee, hip as you move the right leg out and bring the leg in. As you move the right leg out, keep this outer hip down. How are you doing that? With your core. Exhale, use it. Inhale, open. Exhale, use the core. Two. One more. And cross the leg over. So here I suggest that you start small cross. That means don't go so far because we want to keep our right hip down and then lift back up. Heel, knee, hip, and cross. And lift. So same concept. Keep your outer right hip heavy. Exhale. Now feel the outer thigh strength lifting the strap. So there could be a little bit of a pull, right? A resistance through the palm on the strap. And then the foot to the strap creates the duality, right? The outer thigh, the abductor and right core side. And the left foot on the floor and the left hip is balancing the right side. We have 2 more. Just feel that all trying to come together. And 1. Here we move into our split, reclined split. So extend the left leg slowly to wherever you can. If you can go to straight, and pull the right leg. Lift the head up is optional. 3, 2, and 1. Push the strap away and come up to sit with it. Dandasana. Up to sit, draw the shoulders bent. Exhale, forward fold. Then we'll repeat on the other side. Scoop it in. And up Dandasana. Left foot to the strap. Right foot to the mat. Slowly roll it back down. We can feel how stretched our right leg is. Whew. I'm going to double up my strap on the palm. Find the alignment by first pushing the heel away so the weight of the sacrum is compressed to the mat. Now we have heel, knee, and hip, a straight line. It's a really great place to start. So I'm going to emphasize the Achilles stretch, the back of the calf, by pulling through the strap and moving the toe down. By keeping the tail rooted, inhale, deep breath. Exhale, gently bicep curl and move that leg in. Less is more on this stretch because as soon as you align yourself, you can feel it right away. And you don't want to overstretch, right? So you want to go into all stretches with awareness, slow, and without the ego leading you because you don't know, you're exploring your body. Exhale. 3 more. Deep breaths. 2 more. Keep the tail down. 1 more. Now that little circle. The circle is lubricating that motion in the hip socket. The femur bone rolling in the hip socket. We're keeping our joints healthy. So this is, if I could express to you how important this is for your mobility throughout your entire life, even though this is somewhat easy, but it's not. If you feel tight, it's challenging, right? 2. This simple technique, if you just keep doing it, you will keep your hip joints healthy. It definitely supports it. Reverse. As we get older, our joints need a lot of attention. We can also supplement omegas, which have a lot of anti-inflammatories in it. Chia seeds are a great addition to your foods. I add it to my dog's food. Okay, here we go. Left leg, and we open and lift. And we open. Now we're going to use our abdominals and explore and go out. And lift. And reach it. Each time go a little bit farther. Last one. Okay, so here we go. We're going to cross it over. And again, we're keeping our outer hip heavy. And as we cross over, nice IT band. I like to pause there. Just give the hip a second. And then lift. Four more. Try your best to not let that outer hip scoot up to the shoulder as it's trying to. Last one, then we go into our split stretch. Inhale, deep breath. And as you slowly extend the bottom leg to straight into the split stretch, lift the head to deepen it if you like. And as we push through the foot and lift up through the chest, sitting up nice and tall for our Dandasana. So I'm going to strap the other foot, bring the left foot in, and lift the right leg, tuck the pelvis, and thoracic spine is rounded as we roll down and use the strap. Good. And as we release the strap down, we're going to go into bridge pose. So now we need our block. Let's use our block in between the knees. Pull the heels in. Now, this is where you judge for yourself on your back. If you come up and you feel short in the low back, like there's a punching feeling or you just can't get up so high, try giving yourself more space by walking your feet farther forward and see if that feels better to you. Inhaling a deep breath, lifting the hips up, hug the block. So here we want to relax squeezing our glutes. We want to find the inner strength. Hug the center. Feel free to allow the ribs to move out of the hips and open. Two more breaths. And one. Roll it down. Remove the block, knees into the chest, and go wide knees. Try to keep the sacrum flat. Elbows down, extend the legs up. You can support your wide leg stretch. If you're more flexible, extend the reach higher. Push your legs to straight. Dead bug pose. As you keep your tailbone on the mat, let's say your tail lifts up. Go ahead and push your knees away from the body until your tail goes flat. Feel where it's flat and slowly allow the knees to move down towards your shoulders. Inhale, deep breath. Happy baby. And to finish up our practice, any other poses you want to do, whether it's spinal twist, one side, other side, shoulders stand, or moving right into Sava. As you extend the right leg out and the left leg out, it might feel nice to bounce the legs a little bit and encourage some blood flow to the legs. As you move your arms slightly closer to the body, allow the palms to move out. Continue to rest in your Sava as I talk you through some breath awareness. And on your next inhale, draw your awareness to the feet and you feel the heaviness of the feet. Exhale, allow the weight of the toes to fall out to the corners of the mat. Draw your next breath of awareness through the legs. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and feel the weight of the legs descending to the mat. Breathing into the hips. Thankful and full of gratitude, acknowledging the release of emotions and tight fibers in the hips. And as you inhale, deep breath, allow the hips to become heavy and sink down. As you bring your breath to your torso, just have a moment of gratitude for all the healthy, hardworking organs in the torso. Bring your breath awareness to the shoulders, to the fingertips, and feel the weight of the shoulders to fingertips melt to the mat. Bring your next breath to your throat. Feel the confidence to speak your truth and relax any tension through the neck and jaw. Relax the weight of the tongue. Relax the cheeks to eyes. Allow the eyes to fall back. Allow the eyebrows to move and melt towards the ears, releasing the brows. Draw your awareness to your third eye point. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Releasing all the muscles of the head. Deeply breathe in. Slowly bringing awareness back to the physical body. Wiggling the fingertips and toes, extend them out and inhale the arms over the head. Reach your body out long as if you're reawakening from your sleep. And as you're rolling to the fetal position on either the right or the left side, and your next breath can press you up to rise to a seated position. Inhale, deep breath. Palms to the heart. And namaste. Thank you for allowing me to teach you today. Have a great rest of your day. And I am Downtown Club. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I teach yoga here at 12:30. And
at 11:30 on Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm here for yoga lattes if you'd like. Take care.